Alrighty. Alright, welcome guys. We're currently just dealing with a couple of lobby issues at the moment. We've got a couple who are having issues joining, but we will try and get this sorted as soon as possible. Hopefully in the next couple minutes, but yeah. I'm Dr. Chaos anyway, and Toadsili is here with me as well.
Hi everyone. I was about to say that it appears that the Australian internet is already ahead of the game tonight, already pushing the score to 0-0-1 with these various connectivity issues.
Not really giving either of these teams a chance, really. So,
I mean, how can you win against such a monstrous beast? It's just so powerful. It just stops you from joining the game. Like,
yeah, can't be that, honestly.
What can you even do at that point? It's just no games. It's just, okay, well, we just walk away. And
yeah, so we're seeing a few people jump in and out of this lobby, so I'm not sure if still not sure what's going on here. Maybe honestly I think it's the issue where if someone joins, sometimes it kicks someone else out due to like NAT issues and stuff.
Oof.
But
well, as I said, Australian internet is currently up as 0-0-1. That is always the third team in these games. And since this is a first to 5, I'm not sure if we've had a case of Australian internet reaching 5 first. Well, we actually might have to put that in the rules there as like a side competition. If Australian internet gets to 5 first, it wins by default, and we come back and play this next week. No.
Well, yeah, hopefully it doesn't come to that, but yeah, I mean, we may just have to put this on hold for a few minutes at least and see if we can get this sorted out in the meantime.
But whilst we're waiting, we should have quite an exciting game we have here, as has been on display for the last 10-15 minutes or so. We do have Riptide versus Venomous Squids tonight. Both of them in Division 2, so this is a Division 2 set. And should be quite good to watch. If
for
the
sure.
latest Div 1 and 2 sets have been anything to go by, so...
Oh, I mean, we've seen some really good games so far, but you know, Riptide and Venomous Squids, both very known teams to the Oceanink scene. I believe both teams have competed in this since Season 1.
I mean, Riptide for sure has been around for donkeys years.
One of the early teams for sure.
So long.
Yeah,
they've been around for so long that it's almost taking us back to proto Splatoon days. Almost, it's just like, yeah, you remember Choke Squad and the Squid Box and Meme Containment Unit and Squid Squad Spades. You remember? It's sort of getting into that territory there. If you don't know who those teams are, by the way, don't stress. No one blames you, and no one remembers anyway. So it's good.
It's good. It's fine.
On the other hand, and Venomous Squids though are no slouches on the age department there in terms of being around for quite some time. And of course, also plenty of players on both teams that have been around for quite some time as well. I mean, Riptide, we obviously have the Alley Cat there, who, because she is a player on the team, can't be here with us today to cast and commentate since she has to play in her own series.
Yeah, true. I mean, she did do some casting earlier actually in some early matches today on stream, so she's done a little bit today, and I have a feeling there's some other matches getting streamed later on too. So so she's always somewhere.
Keeping very, very busy indeed. Hero and Calamar, of course, also two very well-known names that have been around for a long time. Grace as well, to some extent. And then, of course, we are on Venomous Squid's side. We also have Wacko Jacko, the very well-known YouTuber main.
Yeah, that's what he's known for.
Yeah, that's what he is known for. Not so much, though, in these tournament games per se, but he is a monster in Turf War. If you see him in Turf War, just run. Be very careful of that Gucci, because you're not going to see it coming.
I mean, if you haven't run into him in Turf War yet, you're not doing Turf War enough.
Yeah, you're just not playing Turf War.
Yeah, at all, really.
Around, and you will see that custom Gucciuber. Morble, Smarty, Amanda, these are all names that people well familiar with. So almost sort of like integral community members and integral community teams, if you will.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's always nice to watch. It's always nice to get a feel for some familiar faces and see what people are like, what have you. Especially if you're not familiar with the scene as well. So it's nice to have that starting point.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty, so it looks like we're going to be getting to this very shortly. I'm just confirming that we're all good to get started. So looks like everyone is here. So
Okay,
yeah,
pray tell that Australian internet doesn't get ahead of the game and goes with a 2-0.
Yeah, let's hope that those earlier issues don't cause some future mishaps here. But look, we'll do our best here.
We can only do our best and keep our fingers crossed. Absolutely agreed there. Nonetheless, first up we have Rainmaker Starfish, and if any of the games from the top 3 divs have been anything to go by, there have been some incredible reversals on this stage.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Various teams here.
Even the earlier match today, I believe, one team pushed to around 20, and then the other team pushed past that, I think. I don't remember the exact numbers there, but anyway, we're getting into this right now, so finally.
Oh, right.
Only about 30 minutes late, but here we are.
Okay, so those are the 2 underway. And I do like Grace here on the ballpoint Norval. The Hero Blast as well, also not something you see too often these days. Wait, spoke too soon.
Oh dear.
The NZAC Australian Internet has claimed the game, ladies and gentlemen, and we have an immediate disconnect. Very good play here by Venomous Squids here by literally standing still and not moving. They are just letting them dunk it to continue to just move on. And
Riptide just walking straight past them like they're not there.
straight off the bat. That was just... I have to commend Venomous Squids there. That was excellent communication there. They basically all went to the mid, realised what had happened, and then just all stopped dead. Like,
yeah, all in sync there.
That level of coordination is fantastic.
It's just like someone hit a button.
Exactly. It's just like, that's it. We're done. Just let it go. If we see that kind of coordination next game, I reckon they've got this in the bag.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh dear. What's our betting horse for Australian Internet? Is it NBN Co today or Telstra? Or Optus, actually. We haven't had Optus take the betting seat.
Yeah, I mean, Optus is known for that too. I feel like if you ring either of them up, they're just going to refer you to NBN or vice versa.
I mean, yes, because it's technical. Let's not explain that here.
Yeah, anyway.
Nonetheless, hopefully we will not delay too much longer in getting this back underway, but as expected, fantastic start.
Well, I mean, we basically called it. I think you called it even at the start.
I'm sorry. Maybe that's commentator's curse.
Maybe.
In terms of making that call there. But on the other hand, we have had some rather unfortunate sets in the last few weeks where it's just sort of been DC City, if you will, and sometimes not even between Australia. I was told that the Gallant Combatant versus Midnight set was really rough.
I was
on
watching
the
that.
DC front.
I believe there was at least 3 or 4 games that had a player DC, and usually it was in the final minute or two. Like usually it was about 3+ minutes in. Yeah.
That is not what you want to have happen.
No, and that was from both sides too. So yeah, not an ideal situation there. And yeah, so that wasn't just Australian Internet either having that issue. So apparently it's not just limited to us there. But
well, to be fair, there has to be a spectator watching that game, and that spectator is usually Australian. So by virtue of an Australian being in that lobby, Australian Internet still wins.
Yeah, and I guess unfortunately when you bring overseas connections into Australia too, then it doesn't get a lot better, to be honest. We
I
just say
mean,
that.
no, there has always been the physical latency aspect to the game,
Oh, for sure, yeah.
which like, there's just nothing you can do about it. You can have the best connection in the world, and you're just not going to be able to beat the speed of light. So, like, what can you do? Now, nonetheless, though, since we are waiting, we can talk a little bit about comps. So, one thing that I did notice was that, and let me make sure I'm not getting my teams mixed up here. Venomous Squids. There was the Cancer Luna that was pulled out. I don't see Cancer Luna too often these days.
Oh, was that Mawile playing that by any chance? I know he does play Lunas quite a bit. Well, I didn't actually see specifically who that was, but
I
Luna.
can't say for sure who it was. They were standing next to Laurel before they disconnected.
Interesting choice for sure. That's I'm trying to even remember that squad. It doesn't have the torpedoes.
No, it's Fizzy Bomb.
Fizzy Bomb. Okay.
It's Fizzy Bomb, which that's one of the reasons why you don't particularly see it too often. Since, I mean, let's just cut straight to the chase. There's the Cancer Sloshing Machine. Now, that is the Fizzy Bomb weapon of choice.
Yeah.
Your other two options are Cancer Luna and Cancer Glugers. And Cancer Glugers are even rarer than the Cancer Luna. But,
yeah, although we did see that yesterday actually in some of the matches. Kenzo Glue.
Oh,
sorry, Kenzo. No, not Kenzo. I'm thinking of the other one actually.
the other one.
The Deco one, the Deco Glues, I believe.
Oh, Glue.
But that was for
yes.
Sorry, I was getting confused.
The Splash Ball Baller one.
Baller, it was Clams. I think it was Clams as well as there was another mode as well which we saw him, but yeah, actually that surprised me in particular because Clams not so surprising, but
Anyway, the point being, the other two Fizzy Bomb options are usually overshadowed by the Cancer Machine. For good reason, because Cancer Machine is a very excellent aggressive weapon to make use of. Nonetheless, though, the Fizzy Bomb is a nice option to have, particularly in Rainmaker, as the Shaken Up Bomb will basically insta-detonate 3 times if you toss it at the shield. So you have an excellent shield pressure tool. It is also an excellent sub-weapon in general to pressure the enemy, especially if you're tossing it past mid and into the enemy side, given the restricted mobility. So that can be very nice to have there as well.
And also, I mean, you can use them to, like, throwing one essentially makes a bit of a path as well. So, thinking objective-wise, not sure how effective that would be, but I can picture that working out in some situations.
I think it's just enough to be able to swim through.
Yeah.
So, in terms of like creating a very quick path for the Rainmaker carrier, I can definitely see that kind of play being made.
Yeah.
I was also going to suggest that the Fizzy Bomb's pressure on the shield also synergizes well with the Luna itself, since it is a blaster.
Yep.
And it does and of course, blasters do a lot of damage to the shield as well. The other thing, of course, a Luna being a light class weapon. So between it and possibly the NZAP, could be the Rainmaker carrier of choice for Venomous Squids.
Yeah. So does the lightweight weapon actually affect when you pick up the Rainmaker as well, or?
See, that's something I haven't quite figured out because it doesn't. Okay, let me explain.
I believe it used to, like early game. I'm nearly thinking Splatoon 1. I can't remember if it ever was like that in Splatoon 2, but
I'll need to double check this for light weapons.
Yeah.
But one of the things that was changed early in the game was that heavy class weapons, when they pick up the Rainmaker, don't get penalized. So what used to happen is if heavy class weapons are very slow swim speed wise to begin with, and then when they picked up the Rainmaker, they became even slower. They got rid of that some time ago. That was patched out, where a heavy class Rainmaker carrier basically becomes the same as a medium class Rainmaker carrier. So it doesn't have that additional speed penalty that it used to have but I don't know if the same is true for the Lightspeed class, dropping down to medium when they pick up the Rainmaker. That I'm not sure about. But anyway, we'll find out in due time nonetheless.
Yeah, this is already
All
above my
right,
head. Yep, alrighty, let's see how we go now.
Nice choices there. Okay, everything seems to be good. And no immediate disconnects. We have the immediate booyahs coming out of that Venomous Squids. That's nice to see.
Hopefully those BLs don't use too much data. Alrighty.
Alright.
So Riptide, they're getting that and yeah, starting with a little bit of a stand up in mid here. No one really going to the Rainmaker yet, just kind of wanting to start there. While with the flank from the Piper.
Almost gets Hero before picking up the Rainmaker too, but just a little bit too fast with that speed there. Nonetheless, that flank did help pay off in the end, and it does look like to have reversed some of his control here. We do see Normal here going for a very peculiar push here from the left side.
Oh, we're getting second by that roller there.
Making a very respectable push.
Yeah.
To 53 points.
Yeah, not a bad start. Yeah. And it's still going, wow.
Wow!
Okay, that was caught off camera, but...
that was a very cheeky play here.
Very cheeky.
This is why I live on This is why I live on the objective camera, by the way, but that wouldn't make for a particularly exciting cast. Anyway.
Oh, as soon as I saw it get picked up, that's what I switched to there. But Hero also going down while trying to get out of there. So yeah, I mean, Venomous is doing a pretty good job already. That being said, Riptide, it looks like Riptide do have about the same amount of control. As I say that though, oh. I missed whatever happened there.
Commentator's curse is what happened there because Venomous Squids basically went 3 down as soon as you said that, and that has opened the door here for Riptide to take control of the centre and try and make a push here. Wacko here with the Stingray from the side.
Very interesting positioning there on that Stingray. Yeah, but the Rainmaker going down.
It didn't seem to matter though, as the Rainmaker was starting to go back towards the way. But again, it doesn't seem to have mattered because that's now a full wipe against Venomous Squids.
Oh.
This giving another opportunity here to... Oh.
We appear to have come across an error again. am I the one that got that?
I mean, I was sitting there for a brief moment wondering, why is Hero standing there having so much trouble popping the Rainmaker shield? Why isn't it exploding? Oh,
wow! I think the whole lobby went for some reason.
That is a lobby crash, ladies and gentlemen. Australian internet, by the way, is now at 3-0. By the way, it is now very much in the lead and is looking to take this set almost as a clean sweep. So whilst we deliberate as to how we go about that,
oh boy.
I was getting really excited at that game.
I know,
too.
that was a really good match already. Like, it's a real shame that we're running into these issues right now.
I mean, what more can be said? It really did look like Riptide had, I hate myself for coming up with this pun, ripped open an opportunity. I'm not going to do that again. I'll spare you of the horrible puns. They created a really nice opportunity there with that wipe, and it looked like they could have been able to make a very good push into Venomous Squid's base to maybe potentially contest the lead there too, because 23 points was a strong push.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, definitely.
I
okay,
mean,
I seem to be running into...
just had that awful timing.
It possibly could have actually been an issue on my end there with that lobby, because I did have the connecting to internet thing come up when I went to the lobby, so that's very unusual. I don't think it affected the stream at all, but...
No, I'm hearing word here in the various chats that we had advertised server maintenance during this time period. So not only have we chosen to pick a bad time not only have we chosen to stream these games happening or have these games happen at the precise same time that Off the Hook are running a live concert, and we commend you for watching us instead of watching them, by the way. Thank you for taking your time out not watching that to watch us. not only have we scheduled this at an awful time with such strong competition, we also scheduled it during a maintenance period.
Yeah, I wasn't even
have
aware
much
of
more of a
that.
perfect storm than that.
Oh boy.
You can't. I'm not sure how much more you could top that. But
Yeah, I don't think you can. Alrighty.
bar an earthquake happening and knocking everyone's switches out of their docks.
I mean, now that you say it, it's probably gonna be commentator's curse, right? I mean, that would be the most ridiculous thing ever.
Oh no! Oh no! What have I done?
Alright, we're rebuilding, so hopefully we can. I'm assuming we're just gonna have to redo that match at this point. I mean, it would make sense given everyone DC there. It's a real shame. I hope that doesn't actually affect the result there too much.
That's going to entirely depend on how we rule whether the game plays or not. Apparently some of the players that were actually in the game are still on a black screen. So that is not a good look. Or a good start, I should say, to this set. Again, to reiterate the scores, Australian Internet is winning at 3 points. Both of the remaining 2 teams that are actually competing are at 0 apiece. So
really gotta do that into the overlay, don't we? It needs to be like a third scorer thing showing.
Oh, and Dark Mesh has informed me that the concert is actually over. It was apparently a short concert.
Oh, okay.
So it's. I did briefly tune into it for a small, just before the stream started, and it looked pretty exciting. But if it's over already, it's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, how long did that go
Oh, no,
for?
it is over. It must have only gone for about 30-45 minutes. Jeez, Rick.
Oh, wow.
Okay, don't go anywhere, folks. You can stay here.
Yep, come hang with us with
Come
dealing
back,
with all these
come
issues.
Anyway, that was actually really short for a live, actually. Normally they go for about an hour or 2.
Alrighty, I think we're just waiting on you to join the lobby.
Oh, me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I shall not hold things up then. Let's get this show on the road.
Oh man, I'm actually worried about my own connection now, whether that might have something to do with it, but I guess we'll just have to keep pulling through. So yeah, apparently it wasn't the maintenance though. Well, I mean, who knows, it could have been, but the scheduled maintenance was... I think I was actually looking at the times earlier. I think the next one was in like tomorrow or the day after, so... Not really sure, but anyway, let's give this another go. Only about 45 minutes in here, but...
we may consider adding that to the overlay. Actually, might have a chat with Ali after
Yeah.
to see if we can add the Australian internet score to the overlay, just for pure interest of statistics. I'm sure it'll be. I'm sure that data will turn quite valuable at some point.
Definitely. Send it into the ISPs.
No, I mean, I don't think that's going to do anything, but...
True.
I mean, you can try.
Yeah, so
Alright.
Dark Mesh is confirming their maintenance is Monday for the next one, so can't be that. But
Third
anyway.
time is the charm, as they say, so let's see if this game survives the internet for the next 5 minutes. Okay, so no weapon changes, that's good, and that's mostly like the same here, so I hope everything is good on that front. If not, it's too late, the game's already started and we'll do it again. Rightio, so, once again here though, we do see this fairly, I want to say safe, like, opening here in the mid.
Yeah, Riptide seeming to start with a little bit more control there. Hero just kind of diving past about 3 Venomous Squids players there.
Hero's doing the thing that Laurel did last game, but just like, nah, forget the tactical play there. I'm just gonna go straight for it. Just bolt. I'm just going to just bolt it all the way to the other side of the map. We're done.
Yeah.
So that's a 29-point push. That's past 30. So there is no replays at this point, right?
No. I mean, oh yeah, it's Pasto, you're right. So regardless of what happens now, that being said,
I'm not
didn't they
even
get
sure
a...
if that was a tactically strategic push to just force that game, or if that was just an extra moment of chance. Anyway, that was 3 down there on the side of Venomous Squids though, and we do see Riptide have nice control here on this like centre mid. Sort of trying to keep the pressure on Venomous Squids here, but I'm not really sure what to make of this current neutral state here right now.
Yeah, I mean, Hadira just kind of chilling there in their bunker waiting for something to happen. Oh, Mawal though picks it up and it's... Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
I think that was an inkjet exhaust kill, by the way. Those things are rare these days.
Yeah, wow.
But nonetheless, that was, I was a little bit worried about the timing of that inkjet. It did pay off in the end and was able to buy enough time for the rest of the team to take that. Hero there doing a commendable effort to try and just get that Rainmaker back into the center despite the Ray, and does succeed. With that timing, by the way, Venomous Squids went 3 down again, so Riptide is doing an excellent job. If you just see there in the background, you can see Warchan all the way in Venomous Squid's base. What is he doing over there? How did that happen?
I have no idea, but meanwhile, Venomous Squids are actually getting a push going here. Mawal going straight into their snipe with it. So, oh, and he makes that jump across. Will he make it? Oh!
That was a nice play.
Oh, very, yeah. Those kind of pull-off shots got him.
Not enough to take the lead, but that is a commendable effort there. That's not an easy jump to make.
He nearly made it too, like, those shots just reaching him in the end there, so... Oh man, that was the difference in that situation.
An excellent save indeed. You see Hero here desperately trying to dodge the bait again a second time and just not having a lot of luck there.
It's a little bit poor there.
Nonetheless, there is 2 down on Riptide though, and Venomous Squids here taking the center here off the back of that well-timed armor. But once again, it's just... Oh, Morwell's making a break for it!
Oh, look at this, this is like curling bomb, he's got the lead! Oh my goodness! Oh, these pushes from Mawal are amazing.
What incredible momentum! He just saw the Rainmaker pop there, no one was nearby, they just took that opportunity, grabbed it, ran with it, and it worked!
But just with that curling bomb just conveniently being there too, that was very well coordinated there.
No, that was really nice. The end parries was just behind. Amanda was close by and read that path. That brilliant execution. Absolutely brilliant.
So, regardless, so Riptide did a lot of map control right now, and so they're going to be pushing over. They have just gone 2 down, but it's 2 down on either side, so very much this push could still be possible here. But Mawal does manage to stop that Rainmaker in time to pull them down.
Nice punish there by Alicat though with the roller, using the flick fall-off damage to be able to secure what could otherwise been a very hard kill. Unfortunately, it's not enough to save that Rainmaker there as Wacko gets the reset. We are also very close to running out of time here in this game with only 2 players left. So if Riptide want to make something happen, they need to be getting these picks now.
I mean, it's most likely going to come down to overtime at this point if they still have the Rainmaker, but in a while they're both teaming up on the Rainmaker and...
Hero just getting a little bit too aggressive there as well, maybe panicking a little bit there with that timer as he goes down there, because unfortunately Riptide won't be able to have any reversal off that, and first game will finally go to Venomous Squids.
We got through a game, guys. Very well played though from both sides, I'd say, but Venomous Squids with those very impressive pushes. I mean, just about every push that they managed to pull off there was quite remarkable, actually.
Indeed. And it really did come down to that one pop where Riptide had the control there. Like they got the pop, they had the turf, they had the players nearby, but then they just sort of abandoned the Rainmaker.
Yeah.
And Morwell saw that opportunity and just went, that is mine, I am making a break for it, I'm going all the way to the bank, and that sealed the deal. But I mean, we saw Hero do pretty much the same thing straight off the bat that game too. So very good plays from both teams in that game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, Riptide seemed to have a lot of the map control for most of that, but despite that, Venomous Squids just amazing, just making those pushes, just not even worrying about who has the map control there.
I mean, that's just what you have to do sometimes. If you see that opportunity and you see an opening, you like the hesitation can break teams. Like that actually is what can cost teams. Is that they're too worried. It's like, oh, we don't have the control, but we see a path, and there is risk to that kind of play. But sometimes you just have to not let that hesitation stop you from taking those chances. You know, provided that's not just a completely mindless rush, which people can also do. It's like it's very unsafe. It's like no. Anyway, moving right along, we have splat zones on Wahoo World. What are your thoughts on this map?
Oh, Wahoo World. Well, one circular zone in the middle. Range works quite well in this sometimes. You see a lot of like hydras, ball points, heavy splatlings, that sort of thing. Even tender splash walls and tender as well. You see quite a lot of those.
Yeah, I can see that working due to that nature of the center area there. How you have that open straight to the both sides. There. We do see a 96 Gal Deco come out from Morwell though, so there is that wall that you speak of there, along with Wacko's heavy deco as well. Grace, of course, as you mentioned, long-range weapons, Grace on the ball point, and we do see against the Splattershot Junior a very nice bubble weapon in the right hands.
Oh, definitely. And we do see those bubbles coming out straight away there, if you mentioned that. Interesting timing on those. I mean, they seem to comfortably have the zone already, but regardless, bubbles, maybe just ensuring that cut remains for now.
Very nice play there by Hero, helping to pincer Wacko there, who was all by himself, deploying those bubbles. Really helping to cut down on Venomous Squids' momentum to try and be able to get back into the hit. We did see Morwell. They're trying to put up a bit of a stall fight there with that wall.
Well, she was all alone there and got kind of ambushed there. You see Wacko there with those bubbles though.
I mean, this is not looking for... Whoa, oh wow, that trade!
Oh.
I was about to say, Morwell coming in clutch there, being in the right place at the right time, capturing that zone and applying the penalty, but that trade almost made it look like that Venomous weren't going to get the cab.
Yeah, you had those bubbles kind of getting maybe half the zone there, and then Wacko they're going down, but Wild just managed to finish it off, which is quite surprising for a 96 guy to actually be able to do that, but very well done there.
Nonetheless, whilst that a respectable dent into the score, it's unfortunately not held long enough. And we see Riptide here coming back in here with the control, staying close by to each other to help each other out. Of course, as I say that in commentator first style, three of them, go down in the center, and Venomous Squids will actually be able to make a reversal of the rather unfortunate position.
Yeah, so very well done there with the Venomous Squids there, finally coming in and dealing with that. Riptide, all coming from the same side there. A couple of them going down though. Oh no, one going down there. One gen, getting knocked out by those bubbles there. Wow.
And those were some pretty big bubbles, and that's basically this is actually not very good for Riptide because that's a desync spawn 2-2. It was anyway, and this is going to put Venomous Squids in a very nice position here to be able to seal this game.
Yeah, that being said, we have Congen coming from behind and doing a flank there, but already they have the zone, so not really needed so much in the end there.
I'm feeling like this game is now the commentator's curse game, where I mention something and then the opposite immediately happens.
Yeah.
And Venomous Squids is in a good spot to take, seal this game. Oh wait, no, never mind, they're 3 down. Anyway, there is the army here coming up on Venomous Squids side, along with Lonlo pushing there quite aggressively. There is the ball-bubble combo that will immediately flip the zone. The question is whether they'll be able to hold it.
Yeah, I mean, they have the lead at the moment, and, you know, Riptide have quite a large penalty rate for as well, so, so that being said, they are chewing through it quite quickly now, so Venomous Squids, they do have a bit of time here to work with that, but,
it's not looking good with 3 down there.
Oh.
Moral is the only one up. Does have the splash down. Yeah, that is exactly the right play I would have made there too. It's just running out of time, rush down that zone, hit the splash down button to try and contest, and Riptide take the lead.
yeah, so a bit of a desperate play there from Venomous Squids where they try and stop that, but not quite able to do so, and now, unfortunately for them, it looks like Riptide are just going to be able to hold on to this and take the game.
Yeah, very nicely played. As I said, I don't blame Warwool there for making that rushdown play.
No,
with
definitely
the 96
not.
Like, like, that's pretty much almost exactly what I would have done.
Yeah, even just to stop that timer just for a little bit and stall a little bit, to try and stop that lead getting taken. But yeah, unfortunately didn't work out for them in the end there.
No, just sort of fell apart there towards the end, and not much else really to say for that. So that will be a nice game in Riptide's favour, taking it to 1-1-3. The 3, of course, being the Australian internet. We are still keeping.
Oh, right, yes. Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully we finish one of these teams higher than that. So it is, what is it, best of 9. So hopefully someone gets to 5 before Australian internet does.
Indeed. But one thing that I really did like from both teams in that game, by the way, was their coordination and synergization, if that's a word, with their specials.
It is now.
It is now. But the way that they coordinated those specials together, how you'd have, for example, for Riptide, they deploy the rain and then there'd be those bubbles that would come out, or vice versa, like the bubbles would come out and then the rain would sort of back it up to, you know, pressure. Or in terms of Venomous Squid's side, the bubbles and the baller.
Yeah, that combo working very effectively too. So yeah.
Naturally, you want to use the least amount of specials to try and cap. So maybe not always the best option, but it was nice to see that coordination.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting you say that because I guess sometimes, you know, if you can cap without using specials, sometimes that's better so that you can actually do a follow-up with those specials to try and hold it beyond the point of capturing it for a certain amount of time.
Or just using one, like just using the bubbles and then maybe saving the baller or the rain for extra pressure. And we did actually see that a little bit with the rain, how because the rain would persist, that its persistence would act as a deterrent to facilitate more pushing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can basically close off an area using rain. So if you can even like close off one of those entry points, or you know, just restrict the area that a team can be moving in, and yeah, that's already helping quite a bit.
Indeed. And I mention this because we are moving to Tower Control Inkblot Art Academy, where the central platform on either base, doesn't really matter, those kinds of pushes and sustained pushes where you're chaining, either chaining specials or chaining one special off a strong momentum push. That is the key to making strong pushes on this stage.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, okay, so not even seeing a Stingray from the side of Venomous Squids there. So Jacko actually going with the Ender Splatter Scope there. Oh, sorry, Splatter Charger.
It's Splatter Chargers, but I mean, it's hard to see the scope.
Yeah.
It's a cancer weapon. It's black and white. Like, it's like the scope is black too. It's hard to see what it's like. All is forgiven. It's an understandable.
Yeah, that being said though, Baller is... I like using Baller on this map. It's, you know, even just like using the get up on that and then flat there, either be a distraction or something, really bad. Even just jumping off of the sides, or the side blocks there. So, yeah, interesting though. I probably would have gone, you know, wanted at least one Stingray in our team, but see where there are magazines, you know, if I do have their custom Stingray, so...
That is true, but Venomous Stingray can be tickle take.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, in terms of this game here, though, like, looking at a very neutral sort of play here where no one's really aimed to make any strong push here.
Yeah, so, give him a while there, running tail for a little bit, but going down. Grace putting out that Stingray. Also, Laloon going down to that Stingray as well. Does manage to get a couple of points there, I think.
I was about to say, it's like Grace's Stingray there, just sort of validating
the Stingray
reasons as to why you'd have the Stingray on board with your team there. But like 88 to 86, like these aren't very big pushes. We see a couple like 1-2 downs on each team every now and again, but we're not seeing like very significant momentum happening with the objective.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, we're 2 minutes in now, and neither team's managed to actually get through any of the checkpoints at all, really. So yeah, very interesting on a map like this too, where I don't know. I guess they are in a little bit of a choke area, so it can be a bit challenging to get through those first couple. But yeah, I think it's a bit of just a back and forth at the moment with that tower. And, no much progress really.
Yeah, the way you described it is pretty much it. Like just this back and forth, where you know there might be a pick on the range anchor on the player that's playing range anchor. Oh, speaking of the range anchor, we see more here on like the wrong side of the map, like pincering the entire team of Riptide with their rapid pro, creating a bit of an opening, maybe catching them off guard to create a push for Venomous Squids.
Yeah.
I say that, and then there's 3 down again.
Now then it was 2 down on each, so yeah.
So nothing is happening off that again.
Honestly, at this point, it looks like Smash is just going to come down to whoever can get that one significant push.
But it's really hard to get a feel for the vibe of this, though. I don't know if it's just because both these teams are just really evenly matched and like they're getting those like constant 1-2 down like trade scenarios again.
Yeah, but even just there with racing out the string once again during Venomous Squids' attempt to get the tower anywhere, so I feel like for Venomous Squids that's been their issue a couple of times there with that Stingray just stopping.
But that was 2 down there. They had a very nice numbers advantage there. Maybe it's going to get a bit of a feel here that perhaps neither team is really making that very aggressive push, like grabbing hold of that momentum and like just pushing that momentum onto the enemy's platform to help facilitate that push. But there might be a bit of a making here now that Riptide have cleared their first checkpoint and only 50 seconds left to go.
Yeah, for sure.
And I got Woody.
Oh my goodness.
I don't care. I'm considering that an Australian internet win that takes Australian internet to 4 points. Oh no, wait, no. It seems you got disconnected too.
Yeah.
That is 4 games, ladies and gentlemen. 4.
Oh boy, why is this happening? It's the fact that it's happening on spectators as well would make me think it's possibly just my internet, which is really strange given it's not affecting the stream at all.
I mean, in terms of the logistics, I'm sure we can work out a different host if it's proving to be a problem.
Yeah.
But
oh, that being said, I'm on Wi-Fi at the moment, which could be an issue.
I mean, that could be an issue. Please buy a LAN adapter and use a LAN adapter if you can.
I do have one. It's just I am renting it out at the moment. Alright, just give me a sec. I may actually have one here. But I think we're just going to get someone else to host at this point anyway. Yeah, I mean the router is literally next to the dock, like 1 inch away. So
I was more speaking to the audience anyway. If you don't have a LAN adapter, please buy one. Like, just please buy a LAN adapter. If not for this game, then at least for Smash, so you don't annoy your friends with the classic Brawl tier PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, I've
experience.
heard that's a pretty big reason to get one these days.
I mean, that's the reason I got mine. Like, I
Yeah.
actually still have mine from when I played Brawl. Like, that's the reason I bought a LAN adapter all the way back then. Was for Brawl, and I am still using that same LAN adapter. And it still works, believe it or not. It's like a 10-year-old cable at this point. And it still works. I don't even understand how, but it's still chugging along. I'm not complaining. But please buy one. Please buy one if you haven't got one already. If you can't use one because you don't have Ethernet or what have you, understandable. That's fine. But if you can, please go and get one. I highly recommend it. Also, yeah, let's...
Right.
So, me pleading to the audience there was stalling the game a little bit.
Alright, well, unfortunately we are redoing this.
It does look like we will replay, even though we were in the last minute, though the scores were quite low.
I still feel like it was anyone's game anyway, so yeah.
I think that is a good ground to do a replay, at least for this particular game anyway. Because even down to that last minute, it really was anyone's game. So we'll see if there's any change-ups to the way people approach this game.
So, early on the tower here, I think it was Riptide. It was hard to tell what the miss was actually from above, but,
I mean, it is really hard to actually see from spectator cam because, yeah, it actually doesn't look very good when from a bird's eye angle.
I think that was Riptide.
Anyway.
Oh, sorry, no, it was
anyway.
blue, Venomous Squids. Yeah, we got, 3 down already on Venomous Squids, so,
okay, so
getting an early push.
This might actually be that one big aggressive push that we've been looking for over 5 minutes now. We did see more that sort of stuck there on themselves as well, not choosing to retreat. And now, Alleycat is making a very deep push here into the enemy's base. Does get stopped though, but by doing so, does buy some time for the remaining players to try and salvage control of the center of the map.
Yeah, indeed. And, yeah, so at the moment here, Venomous Squids, well, I don't know, actually it's pretty close in terms of mid. And we saw this in the first match, well, the match that before I got replayed, there's a bit of a standoff really in mid, and that's what we're seeing, like, for a majority of the time. So, you know, and I guess, you know, Riptide able to get that push due to getting close to a wipe earlier on. So, I feel like teams may have to rely on that. So that being said, Riptide are 3 down now. So this was a situation they were in before, but now it's flipped. So let's see if Riptide can... Sorry, Venomous Squids can do what Riptide did earlier.
Very nice play here by Amanda. You see here, did see Amanda basically pushing onto the central plat through that little box that goes up onto, and that steamrolling pressure, taking 2 players out, trading with a third, has created a huge opening here for Venomous Squids. This push is very strong.
Yeah, wow. Very strong indeed. So yeah, Venomous Squids pushing it right up to 25 there.
Poor Amanda trying to escape there and just being obliterated in that desperate attempt to get out of there with their life. That actually looks interesting from this perspective here. But that is a very strong push, and finally the kind of push that we have been looking for here on this stage.
Oh, for sure.
And it really did come down to Amanda making that key push on that match. It'll be very interesting to see if Riptide can replicate that in the remaining 2 minutes.
Yeah, so that being said, Riptide's attempting to make a push there, but didn't get very far. But we're going to try and continue this. They come under a lot of fire. We've got those misses as well, which could probably be deterring quite a bit.
Or we see Conjon actually doing what I was hoping to see there, pushing up on the plat. Does go down, but takes 2 players down in the process.
Very worthwhile.
Give a bit of an opening here for Riptide to regain some sense of control.
Yeah, indeed. And Grace and Hero both going down there, kind of running into each other while running away from different people there, but kind of meeting up there and going down.
There's only so much you can do with this players. There's only so much.
So yeah, that being said,
we are coming down here to the last minute here, and Amanda again making these excellent aggressive plays.
yeah, definitely making a huge difference there. And you know, Venomous Squids right now, they basically have mid under their control right now, and they're pushing right onto their plat. Their Wacko's pushing right up into that base with a buller, trying to get a cheeky snipe there.
Maybe a little too deep. But Amanda there, also nice pressure, putting pressure on the raid, forcing it away from the tower, buying a little bit of extra time. Unfortunately, that is a full wipe against Venomous Squids. There isn't a lot of time left on the clock, but you never want to give opportunity to the enemy team to make a comeback.
Definitely not.
And what we are going to see here, opportunity for comeback.
Yeah, this is the opportunity that a Riptide need if they want to get a lead now, and they have to do this in overtime now. So, will that wipe early be enough?
No, wait,
Fortunately for them, not quite, as Wacko gets on the tower and seals that win for Venomous Squids.
Very nicely played, though. There was an opportunity there. But as I said, time is against you, especially in overtime. So a bit of a case of a little bit too late.
8 missiles there from Amanda as well.
I mean, it's a splatter shot. Like, it only does everything.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
It only does everything. It's pretty, you know, that's a fairly good effort for a splatter shot to be able to get 8 missiles. Like, it's kind of like getting 8 splashdowns on a V shot. Like,
yeah.
It's kind of expected in a way. It's just such a good weapon at only doing everything that. Oh, hey, I ended up with 8 specials. Cool. Like,
I gotta aim for 2 digits, right? Then you're cool.
Oh, for sure. Anyway, now moving on now to Clan Blitz Humpback Pump Track, and if Venomous Squids do any more of that like aggressive momentum pushing, either from Amanda or from any other player, really, that could be their key to win on this stage, since that is the name of the game in Clan Blitz.
Yeah, for sure. You know, that being said, like this map in particular, having control of that middle hill is very important, I'd say.
Oh, I mean, for sure, and like that is true of Clan Blitz in general. Like,
of course,
you want to establish that very strong control of the central area of the map, and of course your base as well. So you basically have more clan spawns than the enemy team.
Yeah.
You hold that control to rack up clams, and then you cash it in with one very strong push.
Absolutely. And even just, I feel like the baskets aren't even that far from the hill. Like, you don't have a whole lot of distance to get to as well. So
no.
So I think that makes this map quite interesting, and just that extra bit important to have that mid control as well. On top of that reason that you mentioned too, with getting those spawns.
So it is open around that balcony part though, so tricky. Anyway, moving on to game 4 now, and we have Alicat still sticking with the Kensal Jr. More going for the ball point, Norval. And Wacko on the Forge Pro as well. You don't see the Forge Pro that too often these days.
No, I mean, we saw that a lot in early cleanse. Like, a lot of people would actually run that for mainly the bubbles. But yeah, I mean, recently they seem to have dropped off a little bit. So it's definitely interesting to see that again.
I mean, for sure, like, there's just been so many other bubble weapons that have been added that seem like better choices. And that's... oof. That's a very unfortunate fumble.
I believe she got flung back a little bit. It looked like she had armor and then just got pushed back right before trying to do that throw.
That would actually do it because the momentum from the armor knockback would completely throw off any projectile.
Exactly, because she was.
That is very unfortunate.
She definitely looked like she was in range before that throw. So yeah, a bit unfortunate there.
With that said though, it did go 3 down on both sides, so Venomous Squids have done a good job making use of that opportunity created to keep things in a bit of a neutral state here in the center of the stage.
Yeah, for sure. And Moon dropping that ball there, going down to that roller. So that being said though, Venomous Squids do have quite a lot in their possession right now. You know, Amanda got super play, we've got 2 now in their possession. So we're really looking to set these pushes and Amanda brings out that baller.
The baller is weak, possibly going to score at the time. Oh, no, the double fumble!
Oh no!
No! Oh no, that is soul crushing.
So what happened there was, yeah, Amanda had that baller. Sorry, yeah, she had that baller, and then the torpedo actually got rid of it, but she wasn't quite in range of the basket there. So
no, it was a good play though because they let the baller deliberately get destroyed, so they wouldn't have they wouldn't drop the power clamp and have the delay from the baller explosion. But they were just out of range, and the super jump too was just out of range. That. I mean, in all that kerfuffle that was happening, did happen, Venomous, not Venomous, Riptide did get a single dunk into the goal, but no follow-up. So, whilst they do have the lead at this point in time, it's not a particularly strong and definitely not a safe lead.
no, definitely not. It's not going to take much at all for that lead to get taken. Oh wow, we've got a sneaky push coming in from
Amanda! Oh no! Wow! I was so focused on the other side of the map that I didn't even realise that Amanda had done the thing again with the ultra deep, ultra aggressive push into the enemy's base, creating a completely open opportunity for that push. And what a push!
Oh, it's just finally a push that's worked for them. So good on her for doing that. Just falling short of that basket. Probably a bit of a panic throw there. They started coming under fire, just decided to take the risk. But yeah, unfortunately we're seeing a lot of throws this game fall short of that basket.
I mean, it happens for the best of us. Like, as you said, like when you're under that fire, you want to get for that dunk. You have that pressure, especially when you're on the lower hand as well, and you want to get that dunk to start getting points on the board. Like, it's very understandable to crack under pressure. There are 3 power clams. Only one gets in, unfortunately. And
they just needed one more too to get that lead.
I mean, both would have been good.
I mean, ideally.
Both would have been good. Both would have been good. That would have been 30 points remaining had they got both of those in. But unfortunately, Venomous Squids just in excellent positioning there, more or less pincer-ing everything. Oh no!
Not another one.
This is a game of throws, all right. Because the fumbles.
Oh no!
This is now actually American football. With the amount of fumbles that have been happening here, because
Alrighty, well that being said, the Loon here just needs one more, and he's going through the sneaky way once again, but the roll there straight away can intercept that.
Wait, why is there... Oh wait, sorry, I have the scores around the wrong way. It's Riptide that needs to be able to get the scores here.
Yeah.
Right. I was about to say, there's no overtime, there's no power plant. It's fine, it's a done deal. Oh, Hero gets so close. Kojun is desperately trying to just clear stuff out.
Oh my god. Oh, what a game. That was something.
I feel bad for Konjan there. Like, he knew he was 3 down in that desperate push. Like, I don't blame Riptide for anything that happened there in those last few moments. Like, they had the setup there in a way, but then it's just Konjan just suddenly realizing he's 3 down. It's just like, there's squids everywhere. Get them off me. Hang on, where's the basket again? Oh wait. No, I totally feel for him in that scenario. That was...
Yeah, there's only so much. Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot he could do there except for just do his best to try and get it in.
That was definitely tense on both sides. I could feel the tension just from here. Like,
yeah,
that was...
I think we could all feel that. Oh
but
man,
that was really that was a really rough game. But definite props to Amanda. That I feel Amanda has really found their flow in these games, being responsible for a lot of those very, like, almost unexpected aggressive pushes that are creating so many opportunities for Venomous Squids right now.
Yeah, and I mean, I wonder if she decided to start making those sneaky pushes after those, you know, those early couple of failed attempts there, even from Venomous Squids there, like coming under a lot of fire and just falling short of the basket a lot of time. Maybe just going around that side was you know what they needed to do, and you know, it seemed to be that's the type of pushes that started actually working for them. So.
Indeed. But like, I feel that's just something Riptide need to be able to just be a little bit more mindful of in these remaining games here, because it's something that Amanda will keep trying to go for, particularly as they're on the Enperi Splat Dualies this game. More going back to the Kensa Luna, again, something we haven't seen too often, but Rainmaker does seem to be the pick for it, probably because of that kit. Konjan on the Splatrella, which I don't... Have we seen a Splatrella this set so far?
I'm not... No, I don't believe so. I know Konjan's been on the roller quite a bit, but I think it's the first time we've seen a Brella from him.
Speaking of rolls, look at this push here from Riptide. That was such a nice opening. 38.
And Konjan's still there, but it does go down though.
The Rainmaker pop got him. The explosion radius on Rainmaker Shield is deceptively large.
Yeah, I feel like he was just trying to sneak up behind. I don't think Venomous Squids were aware that he was actually behind him still.
No,
but just that pop kind of helped them a bit there, yeah.
A very fortunate explosion. Nonetheless, Riptide have seemed to cut the wind in Venomous Squid's sails with that retaliation push here, and have got control back in the center here. There is the ink storm, as well, rain, still ink, whatever. Coming out there, putting a little bit of pressure, but the momentum here in Riptide's side has also sort of died out.
Yeah, ooh, and Amanda trading with Konjan there, with that ink jet. And while they're going straight for the pop there, kind of just ignoring everyone else in mid there. I wonder if he's actually going to try and... but Hero steals it from him.
That was a disgustingly devious play there. Hero just like, oh, thank you for that pop. I'll just take that. But we did see a potential opening there with that push there.
Yeah, but brought that Stingray too, even. But yeah.
But I almost thought the Stingray might have been the thing that was able to cut open through Riptide and be able to get them the lead, but a very nice clutch hold there by Riptide so far.
For sure. And,
but as I say
they're
that,
still going.
No.
Oh.
As I say that, no. Morwell is so far. He's gonna get. He gets
Oh my goodness. Oh my wow.
I said before, earlier in this set, that this is the set of commentator curses. And I was saying, well, Riptide, good defense, and all that. Morwell, once again, grabbing that Rainmaker, as they did on Starfish, and just making a bolt for it. Absolutely sprinting. Like, there is no tomorrow.
Oh, look, it's worked for them, and you know, someone in chat said earlier. Yeah, it's happened twice. I mean, someone in chat mentioned earlier, this is why people call Mawal the Rainmaker main.
The Rainmaker.
Oh boy, it's
Oh,
definitely been the difference for Venomous Squids in those Rainmaker games, that's for sure. Wow.
I mean, there was that cheeky play earlier there in the mid where like Morwood was just casually ignoring everyone else in the center. It's like, I have a Luna, I can pressure this shield faster than most of you.
Yeah.
I am getting this pop. Has it snatched out of their hands, but and then as
It takes it
soon
straight
as they
back again.
think, yeah, as soon as they think they're gonna get the revenge push, it gets stopped. But then Moore was just like, nah, man, nah, I'm making this happen, and it's just like, ah, it's done, it's gone, out of there.
Oh
Oh,
man. These are some very entertaining games, that's for sure. Like,
absolutely, for sure.
like
These
coming
are
out of that last Clams game and then just seeing that, oh my gosh.
and then it's just like, oh, nice defense of Riptide, and Morwell's gone.
Yeah.
Morwell has the Rainmaker, and it's gone. Oh dear.
Alrighty,
Wow,
that being said, we are moving on now to Splat Zones on Master Forge.
I need my my towel here. I'm just sweating from just all this excitement. Oh, Split Zone's Muscle Forge. Oh, I hate this stage.
Yeah. This is one that's quite easy to get locked out of sometimes.
Surprisingly, no fizzy bombs on this stage, believe it or not. That's actually my pet hate on this stage, is just fizzy bomb spam.
We do have that 96 scale though again, which again with those splash walls are very effective on this map, on those bridges especially.
Oh, for sure. And 96 having that like nice mid-range oppressive power in combination with that wall would make for a very good tool on this stage. We do see here Venomous Squids getting a nice start here, but really hard to get a sense of how this current fight is going to go.
Yeah, I mean we did have those bubbles there trying to get the cap, but it didn't do a whole lot in the end to really seal a strong cap there. We see
Ellicott coming up with their bubbles of their own and actually getting some nice torpedo hits on the bubbles as they were deployed as well. So some nice work there with that push. Amanda's baller there unfortunately clung to that little bit of wall there and couldn't move. Some unfortunate timing, but good saving of face there by pressuring the zone for just a little bit to let Lalun here try to make something happen. But that's 3 people on Team of Riptide in the center. It's 2 down on Venomous Squids, and it looks like that Grace is now set up with that ball point there. Yeah, it's not looking good for Venomous Squids right now.
No, not really. We've got Amanda here down like the lower area, kind of just trying to be a bit sneaky there and get a little bit of turf on the side, but once Riptide noticed she was there...
just immediately punished, indeed. Morwell here trying to do something similar here with the 96. Unfortunately, way overextended and immediately just dunked on by 2 other squids turning back. And Riptide hanging in there, taking this game taking it 2-4. Very nicely done indeed. They were not having any of that sneaky, aggressive side flank nonsense that game.
No, and Grace and Ali, they're both doing a lot of work there. Grace kind of keeping like once Venomous Squids were locked out there. Grace is kind of being on the zone, stopping anyone coming from over the bridge. Ali there was doing a lot of work with those bubbles there with capping the zone as well. So,
Yep. For sure.
I feel like both of those 2 made a particularly strong, some strong plays there.
Indeed, and I was almost wondering there right at the end if Grace was like, not Grace, sorry, Morwell, sorry, with the 96 deco.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if their really aggressive push there in the mid, I almost felt that they were close to splashdown perhaps, but they actually weren't. So,
oh wow. Okay.
If they did, that might have been, if they got that and they had gotten a splashdown off when they were in the center, that could have flipped the course of that ending there, but it was not meant to be.
No, unfortunately not. That being said, we are now seeing another game. So what are we heading to now? We're heading to Tower and Skipper Pavilion.
I mean, there is still hope for the Game 9 hype. So,
oh, absolutely. I mean, a
more
lot of
games
these, yeah.
is more fun, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even though we're seeing some of these games in knockouts, we've had some very close games, and you know, even that Rainmaker game where it was a knockout in the end was actually looking pretty close to start with. So, I mean, I still feel it could go any way, but obviously, you know, Venomous Squids just need this one more game to take out the set. So we'll see if Riptide can realize that as well and continue their momentum from that last game even.
So Grace is sticking with the ballpoint. And the ballpoint is a very nice pick on this map. I look at going with the Kensa Splattershot Pro for the Booyah Bomb, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Booyah Bomb on this map in Tower isn't too bad actually. So
it's skipper too, so
yeah.
the way that it can pressure certain areas is definitely a potentially valuable asset to have. With that said though, we do see the Rain here come out here trying to put some pressure on Venomous Squids. We see all of Riptide here in the center. We do see Conjure here going for that sneak, potentially sneaky push. They're on the corner. Oh wait, no, never mind. I decided to super jump back. I think he might. Oh no, wait, no, you can sneak onto that platform there with that side path there. I'm not sure why they didn't. Whatever. Nothing's happening so far, but yeah, hard to get a feel for what's going on here. There is that second Rain there. Grace just be able to build up storms like no tomorrow, because that's just what Ballpoint does.
Pretty much. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of like BR bombs and rain pressure on the Venomous Squids' kind of plat area there. So that's I mean, despite that, the tower didn't really get past that area though, and now
ooh, and a very nice defensive play there by Hero with that rapid blaster. Again, another weapon you don't see a huge amount these days, but putting in some work there with that 2 down on the tower, did create a bit of an opening there, but the Stingray coming out from Wacko's Flat Charger, stalling out that push and not making it happen.
Unfortunately not, but seeing oh wow, so 2 Venomous Squids on the tower.
Oh, what is that going to be a wipe?
Oh
that's
wow,
a wipe.
that's a wipe.
That's a wipe.
So
very nicely done. Oh, and Hero ties to the chip damage Rain. Oh dear. But nonetheless, that is big for Riptide. That is a huge opportunity that they've just created.
This will definitely give them a bit of momentum now, although they have just all gotten off a tower, which is an interesting move.
Oh,
there.
no. They've got 3 down. The sneaky pincer there was shut down with some nice teamwork there on the side as well. And that's delayed pseudo-wipe. I feel like Riptide have got some really, really good momentum and awareness this game.
Yeah, so Hero jumping in there on the tower. I thought they were about to abandon the tower again, but no, Hero jumping at the right time. So yeah, I mean, these wipes are giving Riptide a huge amount of momentum now and clearance to even push his tower fairly comfortably.
I mean, you did mention, you know, they did forget the tower, and whilst I was sitting on my no rant there for a bit, I was hoping that they would get back on it, and they didn't. So, rest in peace, tower. But with the way that they're getting out these picks, and, you know, pushing off this momentum, if they can avoid that from happening, they should be in a nice position.
Yeah, well, that Booyah Bomb kind of stalling the tower a bit there, but like getting on. Oh
no! I'm not sure if Wacko thought he was safe there or not, because like I actually understand why you'd want to do that, like to, you know, snowball the momentum of the tower, but that was some unfortunate timing.
Yeah. That being said, though, Venomous Squids now have the lead after all that, so
they do have the lead. There is only 1 minute left, but if they are able to get just one good like push or wipe out of this, they should be able to push through here. They do have 2 down, and there is just the Charger and the Blaster left. Konjan maybe think... oh no, Konjan is not abandoning the tower this time. They just need to get through the checkpoint. Alicat does come in to help to clear the checkpoint, and Riptide does take the lead.
Very, very nice. I believe someone did go down the tower earlier, so it did take a few seconds for Konjan to realize and get on there, but
Even still though, there was some level of communication. Konjan is snowballing.
oh
right
wow,
now.
it does get taken out at the end, but nonetheless, brilliant push there
Oh,
by
and
that
then
side.
gets in with the dunk, with the landing, and the booyah.
And that does take. Oh, I believe that got Amanda unless it was one of those. Oh wow.
Oh, that was actually a wonderful play. That was.
Wow.
I've
Yeah,
never
indeed.
actually seen someone super jump to the objective in a like suicidal, like splashdown manner with a booyah bomb.
Honestly, I don't think I've seen that either. I think that's a first for me too. So, but
That was
very well played.
actually very well done. And props to Riptide for recognizing they needed to open up those opportunities and keep pushing that tower, because that was like they got that opportunity a few times earlier. I mean, there was all sorts of stuff happening, but that one time was very definitive at the end there.
Definitely. You know, they had those earlier wipes too, getting that initial push, but kind of the tower just kind of being forgotten a few times there. But then at the end, they're like just very, very strong in the end from them.
Absolutely. Now, that was well done and good. I mean, good on them as well for making that happen. Though it did look like Venomous Squids might have had that, given their earlier push to about 48 past the second checkpoint. So they made it. I mean, they made it happen though. So
they made it work.
and there was only like a minute left, and the tower wasn't even in center. So. Anyway, moving on to Clam Blitz Camp Triggerfish and the original Tenebrella stage. Does anyone on either of these teams ever pull out Tenebrella?
I
I
don't think so. I cannot think of a single player on these lineups that do actually. So no,
Oh,
we
well,
do have...
I'm not. No, okay, no. There absolutely no Tenebrellas, but Wacko has gone back to the Forge Pro.
So it seems to be his choice there for clams in general. Him choosing that for the other clams map as well. So just seeing a ball point on each side as well.
I see Alicat is running a very armor farmy junior build as well with 2 mains of special charge up. I mean, armor is very nice on this stage to help push through the narrow walkways of this stage to get towards the clam basket.
Yeah, for sure. And look at that pushing right onto the other side there. He's getting... Oh, they are passing some clams to him as well, so they are trying to form a super clam and potentially get a push, but I don't think they've got a whole lot ready to be doing any significant push at this point. But that being said, they are still accumulating, so...
I mean, Venomous Squids has like 19. Amanda here is trying to do the clam toss tech here, but with the very, very sneaky flank. I think... No, Alicat has seen it though. Alicat has seen it. So...
Oh, and it does go in.
Unfortunately, that angle is just enough to be able to dunk it from that position. With that said though, there's just not going to be any follow-up on that push.
And already Konjan's right there, but does go down short of the basket of that super clam.
I mean, that's okay. That has opened up the map to Riptide for them to take control of the center, start asserting their control here, building up their specials, getting more clams, and waiting for key picks. Speaking of waiting for key picks, Konjan there with the baller after taking down that end zap.
Hero just going up on the left
sort
there.
of just ending up in that bad spot, but Hero trying to replicate that push that Venomous Squids pulled on them. With the power clam here does get the rain off, falls, but Konjan does manage to super jump in and does save that power clam. But is it enough? It is!
Yes, it
is enough.
And with Alicat in the other direction too.
Wonderful. Very nicely done.
Very nice.
We'll give them the lead. Not a huge amount of points on the board. It is only 60. It's not a huge lead. It's not a strong lead. But it's probably enough at this stage to put Riptide in some good spirits.
Oh, for sure. And I definitely feel like the fact that they came from, one direction from behind the basket there, even set up Alley Cat beyond coming from the other direction, nearly being a distraction with that first super clam going in. I felt like everyone was sort of focusing on that then, and then Alley just went straight in and then got that second one.
Oh, those are some nasty bubbles. That explosion rate has just been too big to have any kind of safety near. And Wacko does get the dunk in with the power clam. Amanda followed up with a couple of other extra clams as well. 36 is not a bad push at all.
No, not bad at all. Considering, Riptide would need, what is that? At least 2 plus a couple of small ones there to get the lead back. So,
not not out of the realm of possibility, but there is the pressure on them, obviously, to make this happen. Grace deploys the Ink Storm along with Conjun pushing with an aggressive baller. I don't know if Alley Cat had already just used her armor.
Oh wow, Alley Cat getting 2 though. I think that was the splat bomb.
Oh no, wait, no, it's because the Hero and Grace both have Storm. That's why there was a second Storm. Hero here trying to at least keep the basket just open a little bit longer. I don't think that's going to be enough to create an opportunity to take lead, but it has brought them closer to being able to take it if Riptide are able to make one more convincing push.
Yeah, and they have a minute to do so. So the pressure's definitely on, despite, they're not needing a whole lot to take that lead now, but nonetheless they still have to get a push in with, not much time left at this point.
True, but I mean, they made it happen last game. It could happen.
Yeah, for sure.
And we do see here how, how Riptide had quite a fair bit of clams. Wacko perhaps deploying his bubbles early to potentially in a defensive manner, and it does pay off in the end. As Riptide are sort of scrambling to try and get some clams, as they're running out of time.
We just saw a super clam there go straight into the drink there from Venomous Squids.
The classic camp trigger fish.
Yeah.
Grace does have a power clam.
And Conjan's got the baller going in, but come under a lot of fire there. It didn't work.
It's not enough for the time being, but you see here how Venomous Squids is basically all bunched up around the basket.
Yeah.
All they need is to get. Oh no! Oh no! It all fell apart so quickly, and that will be game. Unless Grace can save that. Nah.
Man, that's all they needed to, but unfortunately, it looked like they could definitely have pulled that off though. Like, it was looking very promising at that point.
It was promising. Maybe if they had made an extra Ink Storm to help with that final push, maybe that would have been enough to push through. But because that's what I was really worried about, is that Venomous Squids was just all bunched up around that goal, and any bombs, chip damage, and all that could have been disastrous if they'd been able to break through that.
Yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately, it was not meant to be. A very commendable fight, though, by Riptide, managing to hang on for quite a couple of extra games there where it started to look like Venomous Squids would just take the 1-5.
Absolutely.
Giving us a very close final game there as well.
Yeah, so not
props
quite
to both teams.
Not quite game 9. I would have loved to have seen another Rainmaker game though. The Rainmaker games have been very good to watch tonight. So not quite able to see Port on Rainmaker tonight. But, but nonetheless.
If history was any indication at that point, we probably would have seen Morble go for another snowball aggressive Rainmaker push and dunk it on Bort. So yes, that will be it for this set. Final scores being Riptide 3 and Venomous Squids 5 taking that set, with our close runner-up, the Australian Internet, at 4 points. Unfortunately, Venomous Squids managing to beat out Australian Internet for taking that set. So well done to everyone. Telstra, Optus, NBN does not win today. So, well played.
Bonus points there for Venomous Squids for being that as well. But yeah, thank you so much for commentating these matches tonight, Toad.
Not at
Basically
all.
carrying it while I try and make sure the overlays are showing the right thing, and also battling the somewhat connection issues on my end as well that potentially caused all that. But hopefully, hopefully we'll have that ironed out for next time. But yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Sure.
Seen some very entertaining games tonight, and I'm not 100% sure what's lined up in terms of more streams this weekend. Potentially, I won't plug anything because I'm not sure what's actually confirmed at this point. But stay tuned anyway. I'm sure. Stay tuned to the feeds on Discord. I'm sure there'll be announcements if there are some more matches coming up.
Yes, stream plugging, right, of course. I'm sorry that worked.
Sorry.
Yeah, right, yeah, of course.
But yeah, apart from
Super
that,
Clam, Power Clam, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Super Clams being mentioned. You gotta get the idea. It's all good.
Alrighty, well, yeah, once again, thank you everyone for watching, and for now, goodbye.
See ya, take care, and have fun.